My husband forgot to hang up the call with me, and I heard him telling someone, "Our marriage is awful, but I'm only with her because of her family's money." I didn't drop the phone. I didn't scream. I didn't breathe. I sat perfectly still on the edge of our bed, staring at the wall like it could give me an explanation. His voice came through the speaker again, careless and too honest. "Her dad's loaded, man. You think I'd still be in this if there wasn't a trust fund behind it?" The other voice laughed, low and muffled, like they were speaking over drinks. "So you're just gonna ride it out?" There was a pause. Then he said it, calmly, like he was proud of the math he'd done. 2 more years, maybe 3. Then I'll have enough to walk. She won't even see it coming. She's too comfortable. I ended the call. My hand didn't shake. That would come later. In that moment, I stared down at the screen like it had just delivered a death sentence. In a way, it had. Not of a person, but of a version of my life I thought was real. 3 years of marriage unraveled in seconds. Every late-night conversation, every laugh, every fight we'd smoothed over with apologies. Now a rehearsed performance. I sat back, letting the weight of what I'd heard settle like dust in my lungs. The betrayal didn't come with screaming or crying. It came with silence. An eerie, hollow quiet where my heartbeat felt too loud. I opened the drawer where I kept our wedding photos. There was one we both loved. A candid of us laughing in the rain. Soaked, ridiculous, alive. I used to think that moment was real. Now I wondered if he'd already been calculating then. If he'd seen the daughter of a successful businessman and not the person standing next to him. I remembered our engagement, how fast it moved, how he'd charmed my family. My dad, always cautious, had taken longer to warm up to him. But eventually, even he said, he seemed solid. I remembered how proud my mom was, saying, "You picked someone with good instincts." Had I? That night, I didn't sleep. I lay beside the man who'd just confirmed he didn't love me, who saw our marriage as a temporary investment. His breathing was steady, peaceful. I wondered if he knew how loud that silence felt from my side of the bed. The next morning, I acted normal. I made coffee, just like I always did. He came downstairs in sweatpants, kissed the top of my head, told me I smelled good. "Sleep okay?" he asked. I smiled. "Yeah, you? Like a rock," he said, pouring his usual half cup, no sugar. "You working from home today?" I nodded. "Just a few calls." I watched him from across the kitchen, the way he leaned on the counter, scrolling through his phone. I noticed everything now, the way he glanced at our shared calendar, how he tapped on a notification and quickly swiped it away. I didn't ask what it was. I'd stopped wanting to know. When he left, I didn't cry. I opened my laptop and stared at a blank document. I was supposed to be reviewing contracts. Instead, I opened a note and wrote down what I heard on that call, word for word. I needed it preserved, not for court, for myself, because I knew there'd be days ahead when I'd doubt what I heard, question if I was overreacting, convince myself to stay. That note would remind me I wasn't crazy. That afternoon, I drove to my parents' house, but didn't go inside. I sat in the car, engine off, staring at the front porch. I couldn't bring it to them. Not yet. My dad would ask for proof. My mom would blame herself, and I couldn't handle their pain on top of my own. I went back home before he did, lit a candle, put on soft music, made dinner. When he walked in, he smiled like he always did, said, "Smells amazing in here," kissed my cheek, told me he missed me. I smiled back. "I missed you too." That night, we ate together. He told me about a pitch meeting that went well, said someone was interested in his startup idea. I asked questions, played supportive. I knew he was hoping for a buy-in from my father eventually. That was always the unspoken goal. After dinner, he poured wine and turned on the fireplace. We watched a movie I didn't care about. He pulled me close. I let him, not because I wanted to, because I needed to